Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Did you guys hear about this tree that fell on a car in Florida? Check this out.
We continue to follow breaking news in Sumter County right now. The Villages Fire Rescue says a man was killed when this large tree just suddenly fell, crushing him and his car while he was driving. A wild scene out here. Chopper 2 was over this incident. This is along Marsh Bend Trail in Wildwood, just west of the Florida Turnpike. Just a horrific scene there. We're not getting too close there because we want to be respectful of the scene, but the tree just crushed that car. We are working to get more information on how this happened, and we'll keep you updated throughout the day.
Isn't that something? Talk about, as somebody said in that news broadcast, wrong place at the wrong time. And I'm just amazed by the timing of things. And it's something that I think about quite often when it comes to timing. And maybe some of you can relate to it as well. For it happens quite often in my life. For example, I can be sitting at home and my phone won't ring at all. As soon as I get in my vehicle and get on the road is when the phone starts to ring. And I just find that fascinating, and it happens a lot. And I can be sitting by my phone, not a chirp one. If I go to step outside to go do something or go jump in the shower, get in my vehicle, that's when everybody and their brother wants to call me. I'm just amazed by the timing of it. It's like, why couldn't you have called me when I was just sitting there? And then, or you'll see a voicemail on your phone, and then you look at the time and it's like, oh, that was the time a neighbor stopped over and you were outside talking to him or something. It's just fascinating. Or let's see what else has happened with me. Oh, like an emergency happens where you have to get somewhere or go to the emergency room, or somebody has a very important an appointment to get to. You said you would take them, and then that would be the day your vehicle can run great, and then that would be the day your vehicle won't start. The battery died. And I'm like, of all the days for that to happen. Or you have to go somewhere at night and one of your headlights is out. And it's someplace that it's like you have to go to, And but it's always on days like that when something like that happens. Yeah, the battery dies, the headlight goes out. Now you're driving down the highway on one headlight and it's pouring down rain. That happened to me. Having to take my mom to the Cleveland Clinic one time. It was pouring down rain, and would you know it, and it was at night, early in the morning, it was still dark, and the light bulb and one of the headlights on this vehicle was out. I'm like, of all the days for that to happen. Timing. What else? You go somewhere, say, to get something notarized, or you go to a place to maybe have some photocopies made or something like that. And would you know it, that would be the day that the person who does the notary or is in charge of something specific that you're going there for, that's the day they're not there at work that day. They were there all week. But the day you go, that you need that person, or you need a particular piece of equipment that you need to use, that's the day they're not there. That's the day that the doggone machine decided to break. Amazing. And it happens all the time. All the time. Or that rare case where you're out on the road at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. Maybe somebody was in the emergency room. You were there all night. They're being admitted, so now you're heading home. And you get to a four-way intersection, four-way stop sign intersection. And at that particular moment in time, 4 cars converge on that same intersection at that time of the night or early in the morning. 2:15 a.m. or 3:05 in the morning. You're usually not out that late. You would think you'd be the only one out there. Nope. And if you guys didn't stop, all 4 of you would have collided at that intersection. Just like, does anybody else think of stuff like this? And I'm thinking timing. And then seeing that news report of that big old tree falling on that guy. He was by himself, driving home or going, I don't know where he was going or coming from or to, and a doggone tree on that whole big stretch of highway, that tree decides to fall right on his car, killing him. What timing. What timing. And I'm sure many of you have other stories like that where it's like, wow, you know, of all the days for something to happen. Or it was Alanis Morissette wrote that song, Isn't It Ironic? You could have a beautiful, beautiful day, you know, or a whole week of just gorgeous weather. You plan something that you've been planning for weeks or months at a time. That would be the day it'd be pouring down rain. A freak weather day. You know, or your kid's graduation party. That would be the day that a tornado shows up or something like that. You know, something freaky like that. That's rare. And it would be, and of all days for it to happen, it happens on that day. Or if you plan a vacation or something, you plan out in advance, looking forward to something, and would you know it, something happens to derail your plans. The timing of it's like, geez, something gets in the way, some type of obstacle, and I just take note of it, and I just find it fascinating, and it happens all the doggone time, all the time. And but anyway, I just wanted to share that. It was just something that I was thinking about, and the timing. But I guess there's some, on the flip side, I guess there's things that, you know, things were perfectly timed. You know, what timing? Oh, you've been wanting to talk to somebody and you just so happen to meet them out in public, or, you know, you may have needed something, and a ladder or some type of tool, and would you know it, here comes somebody walking, just so happened to be coming with a ladder that, you know, or whatever you need, just so happened to be driving by and was able to help you, you know. So there is good timing too, not always negative. So there is those good timing things, good time stories where you were somewhere, and or I can just think of something real quick. When I was flying in the Army in a Black Hawk, we were it's a two engine aircraft, and one of the engines decided to start. We got what's called a chip light on the on our warning panel in the helicopter, which means that there's pieces flaking off inside the engine, and the emergency procedure is to retard that engine to idle and to land as soon as land as soon as practical. And when that happened to us, I looked out my left. I was sitting in the left seat in the helicopter, and co-pilot seat, and I retarded. We retarded that engine. We identified the engine, retarded it back, and we were only, this was in Fort Knox, near Fort Knox, Kentucky. We weren't that far away from Fort Knox. I looked out my left window and there just so happened to be a small airport just as that happened. And I told the pilot, hey, there's an airport right there. So all he had to do was just turn immediately left, and he landed the helicopter like an airplane, just landed it, did what's called a roll-on landing. And I'm like, what timing that, that we just so happened to have an airport right there where he literally just turned left. I called the airport, let them know we were inbound for landing, already lined up for the runway, and he just brought it right on in, parked it, and then we called maintenance at Fort Knox, and they came out with their maintenance van and had to do some work on the engine to get it going, drain the oil and whatnot. Ran it up, and it turned out to be fine. Anyway, yeah. So I guess that's the video. The timing. Sometimes it works out good. Sometimes it works out bad. So anyhow, that was all. And then hopefully this finds you in good time. So anyway, talk to you guys later.